Okay, let's go to page 239. We're just going to go straight to the homework problems. We're going to use that as an example for this lesson. So this lesson is on solving fractional equations. So just like the previous lessons, but this one has variable in the denominator, so there will be a restriction. Okay, so let's start with number 2 as an example. So on page 239, number 2, you have 5 over t plus 3 over 5 equal to 2 over t. Okay, so just like before, to get rid of the fraction, you multiply by common denominator. So LCD is 5t, so times by 5t, times by 5t, 5t, right? And so the t cancels out, so this becomes 25. The 5 cancels out, so this becomes 3t, and the t cancels out, so you end up with 10. And so now you can go and solve. So minus 25, minus 25, so you got 3t equal to negative 15, divided by 3, divided by 3, so t equal to negative 5. Okay, now once you solve, right, then you have to check, you have to watch. Because when you have variable in the denominator, there will be restriction. Because you cannot have 0 in the denominator. So in this case, the restriction is that t cannot equal to 0. Okay, so you have to check. So this one, so it's okay. So once you check that the number is okay, then it's okay. Then if the answer you get is no good, if you cannot have that, then there will be no solution. Okay, so let me give you an example of that. So if you go to number 14, you have 1 over x plus 1 over x minus 1 equal to 2 over, I'm going to factor this already, right? X squared minus 1, you have to factor it. So you have to factor into x plus 1, x minus 1. So make sure you factor so you can get your LCD. Okay? Now, right away, you got to look for your restriction. Okay? This is x plus 1. Okay, so it's x plus 1. So by looking at this, right away, you know your restriction would be x cannot equal to negative 1 and 1. So cannot have that, because when it's negative 1, you're going to make the denominator 0 over here, and you cannot have that. Over here, you cannot have x equal to 1, because it's not allowed. So from here, you multiply by LCD, so multiply by x plus 1, x minus 1, x plus 1, x minus 1, x plus 1, x minus 1, right? So this cancels out, so it becomes x minus 1. This one cancels out, so it becomes x plus 1. And this cancel, you get 2. So from here, combine the like terms, so this cancels out. So you're going to get 2x equal to 2. And then you divide by 2, so you get x equal to 1. But you have to check. Over here it tells you that x cannot equal to 1, not allowed. So the answer you get is no good, not allowed. So you cannot have that. So in this case, the answer would be no solution. So the answer that you get is no good, then you have to cross it out, and then you get no solution. Okay? Okay, let's go and do a couple more examples. Let's go to number 16. So number 16, you have 1 over x plus 1 over x minus 1 equal to 2 over x squared minus 1. So before you do anything, you have to factor that first, so you can figure out what is your LCD. Oh wait, 16 x squared minus x. I'm messing it up. Okay, double check, make sure you copy the problem correctly. Okay. So again, first let's go and factor so we can find out the LCD. So factoring, right, you have to do step 1, common factor. So your LCD is going to be x minus 1, right? So your restriction would be x cannot equal to 0 or 1, right? X cannot equal to 0 or 1. So those are no good. Those are restrictions. So you have to be aware of that. Okay, so let's go and multiply by LCD. So it'll be x minus 1, x minus 1, x minus 1. So this cancel, so you get x minus 1. This one cancel, so you get x. This one cancel, you get 5. So you get 2x minus 1 equal to 5. So plus 1, plus 1. So 2x equal to 6, divided by 2, divided by 2. So x equal to 3. Again, you check. Okay, so 0 and 1 no good, so 3 is good, and so that's your answer. Okay. Okay, so let's go and do some practice.